Hey, what's going on, leets, geeks, nerds, all of the above? Welcome back. Today, we're going to get back into our classic tabletop RPG series featuring Top Secret First Edition, the granddaddy of all espionage tabletop RPGs. Now, if you missed the first part of this two-part series that we're doing on Contacts, I have a link for that down in the description below. But I also have a link for the whole playlist because we've got more than that. And we're getting a little bit into this now. And so the videos are starting to pile up in this series. So down in the description below is going to be links for both of those. Now, if you've been following along and you really do like Top Secret First Edition, I highly suggest you get the Top Secret Companion. I've been pushing this thing because you really do need it. It is something that gives you way more options, makes your whole campaign, if you're thinking about doing a campaign, or even if you're thinking about doing a one-shot, I'm telling you, it just makes it more robust. Go and grab a copy. A PDF version, unofficially, they're out there. They're floating out there. You could probably go and find one. In this video, we're going to be looking at the two small subsystems that I talked to you about in the last video on fooling and bribery. These are two different contact methods that we mentioned briefly in the last video, and we're going to do it in depth here today. So let's get straight into the video after this product highlight, and I'm going to see you on the other side with the question of the vid. Yeah, you know it's happened, right? You're rolling the dice and all of a sudden, up, there it goes, off of the edge of the table. Or you got all of your minis set up on the table and you roll your dice and oh, there it goes. Topples one, maybe even another. Start bowling with dice a little bit with the minis, right? We've all had it happen. Well, you don't have to have that happen anymore because now you can go and grab yourself a SHYVIA dice tray. The SHYVIA dice tray is a tool for your live sessions to keep your dice under control. Rein them in there, Tex. They are easy to fold, the six corners snapping together to form a hexagonal throw area. The inside is made of a soft velvet leathery surface, and this prevents metal dice from scratching it, unlike other dice trays. It comes in four colors: black, red, blue, and brown, which oddly enough, they call camel yellow? Yeah, I don't get it. The throwing surface is 9.5 inches by 7.1 inches, and it is 1.6 inches deep, so that is plenty of room to corral your dice, or you can use it as a temporary storage area for other things while you're at the table. Minis, pens, tokens, markers, whatever. And you don't just have to use it for tabletop RPGs. You can use it for any board game. Yahtzee, anyone? This is an all-purpose tool you can keep forever at an affordable price point. So go grab your SHYVIA dice tray today. A link is down in the description below. And of course, you will thank me later. Whenever someone wants to fool another individual, they are actively trying to make them think something that is not true to be true. Whether that be they are the health inspector and the kitchen needs to be shut down, or they are the contact an individual needs to meet in a certain location, all of those things have to do with deception, or what's also known as grifting. When the PC agent wants to fool a contact, the areas of knowledge that would apply to the situation are compared between the two, giving a result on the contact reaction table. For example, let's say Sarasota, and we'll pull her up here, just to have her up like this. Let's say Sarasota High-End goes into a manufacturing plant and impersonates an engineer. She approaches one of the workers on the floor and tells them to shut down a piece of equipment because it needs to be checked for hydraulic defects. She then waxes poetic about how the hydraulics works and so on and so forth. Now, that worker has been working at that machine for years and knows a little bit about it. They also know that shutting it down is going to be a major disruption to production, which is what Sarah wants to happen. Sarah will try to use her engineering hydraulic skill to make the worker believe that she is legit and that the problem is serious. So in this situation, we would randomly roll the same skill for that contact, because in this situation, they would be considered an instant contact. And this will give us a result on how this contact would react to Sarah's request and let us know whether they would actually be fooled or not. Typically, anything beyond a D on the contact reaction table means the target is not fooled. So if we're looking at that in this case, we go down to Sarah's engineering and hydraulic right here, we see that she has an 82. Now we have to make the workers engineering and hydraulic, and that's just a straight percentile roll. We got to make their level, so let's see what they get. All right, that is a 14. Wow. It is looking good for Sarah. Okay, so we go over here. Sarah's is 82. And we go all the way across to 14. And it looks like it is a D. So a D on the reaction key means that the contact will listen to the agent, and 50% of the time will try to answer anything the agent asks, or basically, be cooperative. So we're going to have to make another roll here. And it has to be 50 or under in order for it to be successful for Sarah. So let's see what happens. Ooh, 77. So Sarah begins to talk, and the guy just is not buying what she is selling. So in a nutshell, fooling someone is the same as any other contact method, except that what is used for comparison is an area of knowledge and not a trait. Another difference is if during the exchange, the conversation takes a turn into an area of knowledge that's new, then there would be another comparison with the new area of knowledge that would need to be made, and then another roll for that contact's area of knowledge, which needs to be created. For example, if the conversation between Sarah and her contact started leaning in the direction of how the machine worked mechanically, then they would need to compare the engineering mechanical area of knowledge. And if we're looking at Sarah's right here, it's a 35. That's not so good. That's not a good deal for Sarah. The one thing that is specifically stated in the core book is the following. Just rolling the dice in this kind of situation is insufficient. The player must still actually talk to the contact and not just say, I'm trying to fool him. So if a character does some especially convincing roleplay, you may want to give them a bonus. And for the record, in an RPG Elite campaign, good roleplay is always rewarded, small or big, as well as being a reward in itself. Bribing is when you pay money for something you technically shouldn't have access to or are looking for a favor in return. This means that the PC agent has to have some Skrilla. They need some moolah. You gotta put down the Benjamins. First thing that needs to be determined is how much money will be paid. That amount is divided by the contact's willpower. This will correspond to a result on the bribe factor table. Now, this table already has a predetermined reaction from the contact reaction table. So let's go through an example here with Sarah, and we're going to use her contact, Michael Nichols. There we go. Put him to the side here. One shot. Okay. We're going to go down to, we got to look at his willpower. There we go. So here we have these two, and Sarah needs to get into the office of the club owner where Michael is security.
because this club owner is shady, has some ties to gun runners, and she wants to see if he knows anything or if there's any other information in there that may be incriminating. So she has to get past Michael, though. She offers Michael $100. All right. So we're going to just pull up this right here. We're going to take 100. We're going to divide that by 44. And that's going to equal 2.27. Now, this table is only for the GM's eyes, but we're going to put it up here. It's the bribe factor table. And we're looking at 2.27. So 2.27 is D. And D, as we already know, there's a 50% chance that $100 is going to do it. So what I would do is I would roll percentile. Ooh, it worked. So Michael is going to look the other way and say something like, hey, man, I got to go to the bathroom, kind of playing it off, right? And leaves the door unguarded and also unlocked, which allows Sarah to slip right on in. Now, if the situation requires information from the contact in the form of a question, the contact will only answer a certain amount of questions with a maximum of 5 before they demand some more Skrilla, which is determined by rolling 1d10. If you roll 1 to 2, it's 1 question, 3 to 4, it's 2 questions, so on and so forth. So in the same situation here with Michael and Sarah, let's say she was asking him some questions and wanted to know more information. He has the information, but he wants some money. He says, I want some money. Okay, well, the first thing we have to do is you have to roll to see how many questions he's going to answer. Wow, he's going to answer 4 questions, which is quite a few questions. So there you have it. All of the contact methods explained for Top Secret First Edition.
The more I look at this system, the more I'm starting to like it. I didn't think I would. You know, if you first look at it, I'm just like, I'm not real sure about this. But the more I get into it, I'm like, maybe this might be something I might want to run. And of course, once we get to the end of the series, it's something that I always run with our one shot or mini adventures. I'm going to start calling them mini adventures because sometimes it's not a one shot. It's like 3-4 sessions or something like that. So we'll call it a mini adventure, maybe a mini campaign is how we're going to do it. Hey, if you like this video, then don't forget to crush the like button. Crush that button. Give a brother a little YouTube algorithm love. And also, hey, if you want to stick around, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. Even though it's hit or miss, hey, maybe it'll pull up another video that you might like, because I got over 100 of them on here so far. So my brother has been working it. I have been working it. Let's get to the question of the VIG. If you were a secret agent, what organization would you want to work for? Fictional or non-fictional? So let me know down in the comments below. You're a secret agent, you're a spy, you just got out of spy school or whatever it is, training. What organization would you want to be a part of? Let me know down below, folks, okay? I've got to get out of here, got a session tomorrow, I've got videos to make, so of course I've got to.
So exit, stage left.
Peace, y'all. 5,000 elites. Brother, I'm outie.